Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. In this one, we're going to be talking about the vacant managerial job at the Stadium of Light. As it looks like Sunderland in advanced talks with Michael Beale to take over from Tony Mowbray. Michael Beale. You know what I mean? I'm not happy about this one at all in the slightest. Not even in the slightest. A very underwhelming manager here for me. I'd rather the Mike Dodds have it than this lad. He got sacked after just 10 months at Rangers. He left on a sour note at QPR. He was 7 points adrift behind a poor Celtic team. I know they were top of the league now, but they weren't having the best of seasons. And they were 7 points adrift behind them. Got beat off Aberdeen. They weren't performing at all. He ruined what the previous manager had built up, and he got the sack after just 10 months. Now at Rangers, at QPR, he left on sour notes there. And I'm just, if we appoint him after sacking Tony Mowbray of all people, I'll not be happy, definitely not. I know he's a young manager and he sort of fits the mould what the club are gone, but Tony Mowbray was probably one of the best managers to work with these young'uns. Then you've got Mike Dodds, who's done mint in the last two games. The lad's shown that they're playing for Dodds. Dodds says the lads trust him, that he's been at the club long enough. If you're going to give it to him, you may as well give it to Dodds in my eyes. Give it to him at the end of the season and get a better man in instead of just jumping the gun and bringing this Michael Beale in. Michael Beale, low away. Comment below and let us know if you're happy with this one. But it was previous. It was meant to be Will Still. He was the front runner. But now things have went quiet and he said, I didn't believe anything you see on the social media and in the media basically, regarding his links to Sunderland. So he was hinting he's not gone anywhere. Then we're Julian Sable, sorry. I would prefer him over this Michael Beale, Then you've got the other one who we're linked to, that he signed for a different club. And then Jimmy the Lynn. I would prefer that just for that name, Jimmy the Lynn. It sounds mint. But no, he's done really well over in Sweden. Remember Graham Potter, what he done in Sweden. He was there for 7 years, built up a good reputation, went on to Swansea, done well there, went on to Brighton, done even better there, and then went on to Chelsea. So looking at Jimmy, his credentials and what he's done, that is much better. He's brought clubs up divisions, and he finished second in the division last season. So for me, I would prefer Jimmy the Lynn than this Michael Beale. What are the club thinking going down that route though, please? Please didn't say they're getting him in just for on the cheap, because then I would have rather kept Mowbray if that's the case. But I cannot say that being true, because looking at his history, regardless of which type of football he plays, I just didn't think he's the right head coach. We're not going to be going for managers with names, because that's not what we want, a big name, because they're not going to get a big budget. They're not going to get... Mowbray has just been... there's been reports coming out about Speakman saying that there isn't going to be big budgets in January either. So it looks like we'll be going to be bringing the players what we like, the calibre of players what we already have been bringing in, the young up-and-coming players, or players who need to kickstart the career and get a new club, and a bit like what Robert's done. Them type of players are what we're going to be bringing in. Now, you all know what mine and Stephen's thought is regarding that. It's all well and good, but you need a blend of experience if you want to crack on. Did Sunderland, with that... my thoughts are we need a recognised striker. That's 100% fact. We need a recognised striker. What's scoring goals at this level, in this level, and if that means spending a couple of quid, then so be it. Obviously, they might be looking at the loan market as well. Oh no, we want on loan, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore, because Ahmad wanted Tony Mowbray, so we can put that to bed now. That's not going to happen. But we need a recognised striker, and if we're going to be bringing in the players what we have been, who's not hitting the ground running, after a couple of games, and we're having to play a midfielder in a striker role, then what's that going to happen? What's the outlook of our season? Are we going to be just adrift? The lads are doing really well under Mike Dodds. Just give it to Mike Dodds till the end of the season until they can do a proper look, instead of panicking and rushing into someone. And this Michael Beale, please do not give him the job. I'll be gutted if they do give him a job. And if they do give him the job, and then in a couple of months' time, we do really well, and we do end up stopping in the top 6, then you can clip this, and I'll apologise for that. And I will back him if he comes in, and I will be 100% behind the man. Give him a chance. But I am really underwhelmed with this appointment. What's your thoughts? And anyway, I know I'm just digging a quick reaction. I probably should have sat down and thought about it before I really quickly jumped on this one. But for me, I'm very underwhelmed. The managers were being linked here. We all haven't heard of, apart from Will Still. We all haven't really heard of them in any way. They're like absolute nobodies who we've heard of. But when you look into them, the style of football, the coaching, what they do with these young players, and what they've done with the budgets, they've been given, has been unbelievable. But this one is just a no for me, an absolute no for me. Right? I'd hate to bring these horrible videos, but that's what it is. I'm seeing horrible videos. I shouldn't really be saying that. Videos like this, you know, downers. I did schedule the live stream for 2:30 today for some reason, so I changed it. It's 2:30 tomorrow. Meg and Stephen will be talking more in depth on this one. Obviously, Stephen Zackrafty can't really be knocking one of these videos up now, but we'll be talking more in depth at 2:30. So come join us on the live stream tomorrow, 2:30 on the channel. See you in a bit, everyone.